Hello and welcome everyone to this episode of the Central Florida Scout Network. I'm Mr. Richard.
And I'm Mr. Chris. We're really glad you could join us today. We're looking forward to a great week of scouting, and we're also looking forward to a great year in scouting. Right, Richard?
Yep, we got a lot going on, including this past couple weekends. We've had some awesome Pinewood Derbies happening at the district level. And Chris, I think we have some video of these guys doing it.
We do. We actually have of all of our Cub Scouts in the Riverside District, which is South Brevard, and we also in Lake County in the Lake District. They had some great Pinewood Derbies that we're really looking forward to show you the highlight videos. So with that,
here we go.
Let's roll.
Good morning and welcome to the 2021 Lake District Classic Pinewood Derby. My name is Rusty Hood along with my co-host,
Herbie Hubcat.
And brought to you by CrossFit Groveland, inspiring stronger lives together. Herbie, while our races are getting ready, we're going to talk a little bit about our track we'll be racing on and the conditions they're going to bring today. Our track is a hand-built track built by the hands of one of the world's finest English craftsmen. This track also, it's going to be about 31 feet long, foot after glorious foot. Going to be a little tight along the Dragon Racer in lane 4. Let's get down to the races. Here we go. Oh, looks like lane number 4 shot out of the gate, made the curve and went in.
Wow, that was cool, wasn't it?
That was just awesome watching all those scouts racing. Congratulations, and if your district hasn't had theirs yet, make sure you go online and register today.
I love to see the different designs of the cars. It's pretty interesting to see. So,
absolutely. Much different than when we were kids.
That's
a little more involved now.
Yeah.
Next thing we want to talk about real quick is Cub Scout day camps are coming up. Make sure you go online and register for those happening this summer in your various districts. We're looking for kids to register, your Cub Scout age youth that are going to register to attend. We're also looking for volunteers. It's a great way to volunteer some hours for your Scout BSA unit, your venture crews, and your adults. So please make sure you check out online, register to either be a kid, register to be an adult, and volunteer at day camp. I know that's where I started my volunteer work at a district and council level as a kid. It's a great place for you to start as well.
Absolutely. Day camps are amazing. Really looking forward to it. All the different day camps this summer. Another great Cub Scouting event coming up at our camp is April 16th through the 18th. It's the Cub Scout Spring-a-Palooza with a theme called Westward Ho. It's going to be really amazing. We already have the patches in, so we're looking forward to a great event. A lot of volunteers, a lot of time have put into this great event. It's really looking forward to all the different levels of Cub Scouting, all the different grades coming together at our camp to have an amazing time. So if you haven't had a chance, go to camplenoche.com and you'll be able to sign up for this great event.
Yeah, speaking of camplenoche.com, that's where also you can find out more information about the Beast for our older scouts, our Scout BSA units, our venture crews, and our exploring post. Make sure you check it out. That's where they're going to have the whole camp open and do all the fun stuff that you usually do, the older kid stuff that they like to do. So make sure you check out camplenoche.com to register for that today.
Absolutely. Another cool thing that's coming up is all of the different awards that we're giving out at our banquet in June. We're looking forward to being able to highlight our scouters here in the Central Florida Council who truly give so much time to making sure our scouts have such a great time. So we've got the Silver Beaver Award, which is an award presented by the National Council for service to the council. Any volunteer in the Central Florida Council is eligible, so if you know of that special someone who's given extra time, please consider nominating them. You go to our council website at cflscouting.org if you know of any candidates for the Silver Beaver. In addition to that, if you know of an Eagle Scout that's just really going above and beyond in his career, you can nominate him for the National Outstanding Eagle Scout Award. That's another great honor that will be bestowed on that night at our council banquet. And then the Alumnus Award. So any alumni in scouting is eligible for this award, and basically it's an idea of giving back to scouting. And Alumni Award is a relatively new award that the Boy Scouts of America have come up with. But if you know of anyone that qualifies for these different awards, please take the time, nominate the individual so they can get recognized.
And do so quickly. Nominations are due April 1st.
Absolutely.
So that is coming up this week. Make sure you do it. April 1st is the deadline to register. Speaking of the spring, everything is happening right now. Everyone's going back to schools and coming back from spring breaks and all that fun stuff. Make sure you use this opportunity to help bring more kids into your pack, into your troop. Now that we're gearing up for some summertime activities, it's a great time to bring a buddy to an event. Invite the friend to the Pinewood Derby. Invite your friends to your next troop meeting. Now is the time to really get going because we want to have, especially our Scout BSA units, we want to have time to gear them up. They can join with the crossover kids that just crossed over and get ready for summer camp and have a fun time this summer. So make sure you are looking to recruit more kids into your unit. I know in my district we're going to have little competitions, and I know there's stuff going on all across the council to help bring more kids in.
Scouting does a lot of service projects, and one of the things we're seeing are a lot of our PAX troops, crews, teams, and ships also continue to do is service projects. So if you have an opportunity, Brian on Scouting just today, or today when was on the 25th of March, excuse me, Brian on Scouting came out with a new blog about ways to make sure our service projects continue to be safe in our current environment. So Richard and I just wanted to talk about a couple of the highlight items just so we can let everyone know, and we learned a couple of things too. But
the cool part about Scouting is everything has an acronym. We all know that there's letters for everything.
Absolutely.
And the safe service projects is called the SAFE acronym, SAFE. And Chris, you want to take the first one, which stands for supervision?
Absolutely. So on-site supervision, we all know this is very, very important for our scouts and our scouters to make sure that we have the correct supervision. We want to make sure they're on site. You want to make sure there's always adult leaders on site when the service project's happening. And you also want to make sure all the training's there. A lot of times when we're doing service projects, there might be that special thing, that special training that someone needs. Make sure that they have all the training, all the equipment, all the different certifications to safely do whatever service project's happening. And then you want to make sure you monitor all of the tool usage. I know that sounds a little odd, but sometimes you got to remember when you give scouts a whole bunch of tools, they might not know exactly how to use them. So make sure you're looking how they use the tools and make sure the tools are safe for that different age group.
Absolutely. So that's supervision. Then going on to the A is assessment, and this is where you want to make sure the area is safe. So you're going to look for the site hazards like power lines, trees, bushes. You're going to make sure everyone has the required personal protective equipment, whether that be if they have to use gloves, if they have to use eye protection, mask obviously right now. Site access, make sure that parking and you have all the permissions and permits if you are doing a big service project. And then the weather, what's happening, make sure you have a backup plan in case the weather goes south. Monitor or assessing all the work hours, make sure you're adding enough breaks. We know it's about to start getting really hot again here in Central Florida, so you want to make sure that you have plenty of water breaks so no one gets dehydrated, and making sure you need to have, if you need to assess if you're going to have food, water, and hygiene needs.
Exactly. The next one is fitness and skills. You want to make sure that you have on file the annual health and medical records for all of your scouts, just in case something does happen. You know exactly what you can give the medical team if that needs, and also the training. Again, going back to that kind of what I already talked about, lots of different training is needed for all the different types of projects that can be happening. You want to make sure you have the qualified supervision there that has that training. And the last thing is to make sure you use the SAFE project tool. And again, this is part of the Brian on Scouting blog that came out on March 25th. So look for that, and you can find this special tool, and it's just a checklist that helps you help yourself and your scouts.
Yeah, it tells you what age group is appropriate to use certain tools in our program, because we don't want, Lion Scouts out there using chainsaws, obviously. So, and the final E is equipment and environment. So that's just going to you're going to make sure they're safe and appropriate size equipment for all the kids in your program, from the personal protective equipment to the tools that you're using, the first aid supplies, communication, and make sure that the environment and your equipment is all safe to use. So that is the SAFE acronym for our safe service projects.
Absolutely. If you need more information on anything we covered today, please go to cflscouting.org. That's the Central Florida Council website, or camplenochee.com. Both websites have lots and lots of information and ways to register for all the great events and trainings that we're offering. Also, again, we ask every time, if you have any videos or if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to cover for the next Cubs network, Scout Network we're going to be doing, please email myself or Richard or John, our technical director. We're looking forward to always showcasing our scouts. So please, if you have a video or scouts in action, please send it to us so we can showcase our awesome scouts here in Central Florida.
Yeah, we want to show what everyone's doing around right here in our neck of the woods. So with that, I have nothing else. Chris,
I think we're good.
If don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to our Central Florida Scout Network, our council Facebook page, and all that fun stuff, so we can help spread our scouting message.
Thanks so much.
See you on the scouting trip.
What do we